Today I fucked up giving my mom weed. My mom unexpectedly showed up at my apartment yesterday. She had to get away from my dad. The two of them apparently got into an argument and she stormed out. I heard the whole story from my mom's perspective, which basically made my dad sound like the embodiment of evil and my mom sound like she was born a nun. I had a feeling that both of them were probably to blame for the friction between them, but I was not gonna tell that to my mom, for my own protection, so all I did was nod like yeah, mom, that's so dad, totally evil. Keep in mind, I was high as fuck when my mom arrived, and eventually she noticed, not only because she could smell the weed, but also because she could see it in my eyes. I reluctantly confessed to smoking weed after my mom repeatedly made comments about the smell and the distant expression on my face. What happened next was something I never could have predicted. My mom asked if I could share some of my weed with her. My mother, the same woman who raised me to say no to drugs. As soon as it became clear to me that my mom was not playing games, I gave her what she wanted. She smoked without coughing and bragged about being no stranger to getting stoned in her youth. Getting high with my mom was surreal, and actually kind of fun at first, but then she got the crazy eyes and made me promise not to tell anyone the following things she was about to share with me, starting with the threesome she had with my dad. She said my dad came up with the idea to invite another person into their bedroom. It apparently made no difference to my dad if the other person was a man or a woman, as long as it was someone that got my mom's approval, since the threesome happened on my mom's birthday. My mom said she loved that my dad's birthday gift to her was to revive the intimacy between them because the revival was long overdue according to my mom. She wanted the other person to be a man, a young man, a specific young man, who happened to be friends with me. I begged my mom to please tell me it was not who I was thinking of. My mom confirmed that the person I was thinking of and the person she somehow convinced to join her for a threesome, was in fact the same person, aka my friend, who I was no longer close with because it seemed like he suddenly had no time for me anymore. My mom said that might have had something to do with what happened during and after the threesome. So, during the threesome, my mom said she had such an intense orgasm while having sex with my friend that she literally lost consciousness for a few seconds. When my mom opened her eyes, my dad put an end to the threesome because he never saw my mom pass out like that mid-sex, which worried him, even though my mom assured my dad that good dick was the cause of her blackout, and not, low blood sugar or some shit. My mom said she wanted to continue, but my dad did not, which caused the two of them to argue in front of my friend. The sex was definitely over when my parents were done arguing. My mom said my friend sent her a message afterwards to tell her how sorry he was for contributing to the conflict and to explain that he was beginning to feel like the worst friend for doing that to another friend's parents. My mom said she did her best to help my friend understand that he did nothing wrong, but he ghosted her and she eventually accepted it. I was not high enough to listen to my mom repeatedly use the word threesome, much less learn that she hooked up with my friend and most likely became the cause of our friendship being distant for the past couple of years. When my mom was done telling me what no son or daughter should ever hear from a parent, she hugged me and said she was sorry for fucking my friend, and that she wanted me to tell him, whenever I saw him again, that he gave her the best orgasm of her life. Needless to say, I'm never getting high with my mother again. TLR gave my mom some of my weed, which got her high as fuck and made her keen to confess that she had a threesome with my dad and my friend and passed out mid-orgasm due to my friend's good dick. JFC. I'd never speak to any of them again. Ever. Thanks for the J honey, tell your friend I miss his immaculate penis. This mother needs help. I think there is plenty of food to go around here. If this post is legit, boundaries. Please. This took so many turns my neck is hurting. Of all the things that didn't happen, this is the one that I hope didn't happen the most. Must be an utterly surreal feeling. Today I fucked up by getting my blood drawn. This is not one of my proudest moments for sure, smiling face with tear. So my school had a blood drive. I'm a part of student council, 18F, and it was my job to recruit people to donate because we needed to meet a quota. Now I'm not sure about you, but if someone was trying to get you to donate blood and you ask them what they'd be donating as well and their answer was no, would you donate? Not very likely. So of course I assured them that I would be donating as well so they wouldn't be alone. Everything moves along, I've gathered volunteers and the day comes. Everyone's a bit nervous so they ask me to go first so they can see how the process works and everything. I do all the tests, answer all the questions, and then it's my time to get blood drawn. I sit down and I'm a bit nervous, but I had a good breakfast so I thought it would be a chill session. I finish up and I'm sitting on the bed and I'm not feeling so hot. I'm a little woozy, but I figured it's just because I don't really like seeing a lot of blood so I brush it off. I climbed off the chair and I walked towards the snack section and apparently I was wobbling so everyone was asking me, "Are you okay?" And I didn't want to worry anyone so I assured them I was fine. I sit down and the best way I can describe how I was feeling was as if I was falling asleep. The world goes white and I feel myself hit the floor. No one caught me out of shock lol. Everyone is freaking out. I was told this, and they aren't sure if I'm faking it because apparently I was smiling. I come to and this guy is like, do you need help? I told him I did and they picked me up and proceeded to stack ice on me. Needless to say I scared a lot of people out of donating person facepalming female sign person facepalming female sign. Funny side note, I told my mom about what happened and she said, why are you donating blood? You don't have enough for yourself. Too long did not read. I donated blood and passed out after which scared the people I recruited to donate as well away face with cold sweat. OMG op, please do not do this again. I mean, definitely give blood. Good job setting the example. But if you're feeling even a tiny bit off, sit down immediately. I didn't. I went for a medical test that was super painful and thought I was going to throw up, actually, so I went to the bathroom. But I lost consciousness, landed on my forehead, and woke up in a pool of my own blood. Turns out I sustained a severe concussion, now long concussion 18+ months later, and fractured 3 vertebrae. Don't be like me. Really take your time getting up after. There's no rhyme nor reason, sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. First sit up, wait a bit, then try standing, if you're the least bit whoa, sit back down, etc. The fluids afterwards help a whole darn lot. I remember the first time I gave, it was in college. Big and burly weightlifter guy was giving blood. Dude got up and went straight to the floor, it's not uncommon. Good on you for donating. Next time, and I hope there is a next time, tell everyone you come in contact with while donating that you're a fainter, and need cool packs and to lie down afterward. When you do get up, just stand there for a bit, to make sure you really are okay. I've never gone down, but I've been close, and I'm glad I didn't try to walk away from the chair. If you get lightheaded and don't have a chair, just get down, any safe way you can. There's no shame in being lightheaded. It's a normal response, and it's got nothing to do with how big and tough you are. You worry a lot more people by not being honest. Feeling lightheaded after donating blood is so common. Staff know exactly how to help. If it makes you feel better, this happens to me when I get blood drawn for labs. Like 2 tiny vials.